Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we're actually going to be talking about the future of Life is Strange. I was not expecting really to make this video. I actually had another Life is Strange video in mind, but I recently found this article online and it basically talks about how Donut is seemingly done with Life is Strange, and so it's pretty funny because the article is like literally like 3 paragraphs and that's it. Basically all Donut said was that never say never, but for the moment it's not our strategy. We want to create our own IPs and that's what we want to do. So this is really interesting just because we're going to be getting Life is Strange True Colors. I'm going to be talking about that in a second. And I'm going to be talking about how Life is Strange 2 kind of failed them a little bit, which is probably why they're stepping in a new direction. But anyways, Donut has been with Square Enix for a while, and they made a bunch of other IPs such as like Remember Me and Vampire, for example. They made a bunch of other games, and to see them not really want to work with Square Enix again is honestly kind of weird. So we're gonna break it down a little bit. And so basically we already knew that Donut wanted to take a break from Life is Strange. That's why we didn't think that there would be another Life is Strange game coming soon, just because of the fact that Donut pretty much confirmed that they're taking a break from Life is Strange and they're obviously the main creators of the franchise. But obviously True Colors is like announced and it's not being made by Donut, so of course everyone is confused by this. There's been like mixed reception to like True Colors in my opinion from what I've seen. There's a lot of people that are excited for it, of course, and then there's a group of people that are not really excited for it. They're like, ugh, it's a spin-off, we want Life is Strange 3, which to that logic, it really doesn't make sense because Life is Strange 2 could be considered a spin-off just because of the fact that it's not starring Max and Chloe. So that's why I'm a little bit confused about people's like point of view. I don't know if they really understand that it basically is the third game, but it's just called True Colors because maybe they're trying a new formula. I'm pretty sure it's still considered the third Life is Strange game. I'm pretty sure that it's a thing, especially since in their YouTube videos they have Life is Strange 3 as a YouTube tag, so I think it's clear that it's possibly Life is Strange 3. But the thing I'm surprised about is like why Donut wants to leave Life is Strange, because was it because 2 did so bad that in terms of sales that they didn't really want to continue working with Square Enix? What's the drama with Square Enix? Anyways, I'm going to continue and talk about my opinions about Square Enix and Donut. I'm assuming that just because Donut don't own the IP to Life is Strange, that could be possibly why they're trying something else. And also, it could be possible that Square Enix, since they own the rights to Life is Strange, it could be possible that they were really disappointed in Donut's work in Life is Strange 2 by not giving a lot of sales, because Life is Strange Before Storm had more sales than the second game, and it's made by a whole nother company, so obviously you can see where maybe Square Enix is a little bit concerned about Donut. Anyways, I'm assuming that there's a feud that happened with Donut and Square Enix. I'm assuming that Square Enix gives the funds to the Life is Strange projects, and that's how they're able to be able to make the games, because if Square Enix owns the IP, I would imagine that they're giving funds to the developers to make the games. So anyways, I believe that's happened behind the scenes, and so maybe that's why Donut wants to make new IPs. That's why they're trying to experiment with like different types of style of video games and like try to see what works and what doesn't work. And I think they're kind of on the right track. I thought Tell Me Why was pretty interesting. I really enjoyed it a lot personally than 2. But Twin Mirror was absolutely like a disappointment in my opinion. I was not really a big fan of that at all. It felt like it went all over the place, and it didn't feel like it felt like Heavy Rain, but like in a way worse in my opinion. That's just personally my opinion. But yeah, you guys were here in the title of the video just because I was talking about like the concerning future of Life is Strange, and the reason why I'm saying it's concerning is just because will people enjoy Life is Strange True Colors? That's like the concerning part. Obviously from what they've shown, the game seems to be pretty good, and I'm honestly pretty excited about True Colors. I think it's definitely going to be an amazing game. It's definitely going to be better than 2 in my opinion. But the big issue is that will people like want to buy it? Is this going to be the same situation like Life is Strange 2? Because we don't really know what Deck 9 plans are for like the future of Life is Strange games, because I'm assuming that Square Enix is going to be pressuring them maybe to work on another Life is Strange game, because Donut clearly doesn't really want to work on another Life is Strange game anymore. It's not going to be for a while, at least maybe 5 years or something. I don't know, that's literally just a guess. It could literally be a year or something, but clearly Donut don't have any interest in Life is Strange, and Deck Nine Games, obviously they do seem to have a bunch of interest, considering they just made a spin-off originally and now they want to make a full title. So I'm guessing, depending on how Life is Strange True Colors does, I'm assuming that Square Enix will be like, hey, Deck Nine Games, we want you to make another Life is Strange game. So I'm assuming that's what's going to happen, at least. I think that's currently their plan, just to see how True Colors does, as it's pretty much an experiment. And I honestly think it's going to do well. I think it's definitely going to do better than 2. Better than 1, I'm not really sure, but we're just going to have to wait and see. I think the smart thing that they did was that they're changing the strategies from what Donut kind of made a mistake of. Obviously, the episodic format did work for Life is Strange 1 and Before the Storm, but like, when Donut worked on Life is Strange 2, the episodic format was really poorly done, and like releasing, I believe, like a year and like a couple months for like all the episodes to release. I thought that was really poor like judgment on their part. I think they were rushed on making Life is Strange 2 in my opinion, if it takes that long to make episodes. That's why I personally think there must have been a lot of rewrites for Life is Strange 2, so I'm really curious to find out if there really were rewrites. So that's what I'm really interested about. But yeah, one of the smart things that I think Deck Nine Games did is making a full release title. So Life is Strange True Colors is obviously coming out in like a full game now. I think that was honestly a smart idea to do, just because of the fact that episodics don't really work anymore. I think it could have worked if they'd done it weekly, but I think it's a good idea that they released it as a full game, just because people will play the whole game and then they'll find out if it's amazing or not. They don't have to wait by pressure. So that's why personally I like what they did, and I can't wait for them to do maybe possibly more projects. But yeah, Deck Nine Games clearly can see like what Donut has done wrong, and they're clearly trying to make sure that they're not making the same mistake. Really, the ultimate idea, the ultimate end game, I guess you can say, is the audience. We have to see how the audience reacts, because they're also making a Life is Strange 1 and Before Storm remaster, which I think was a bold idea of their part to do. The only thing I'm just like a little bit like wondering about is this gonna lead up to like another Life is Strange game? Is that why a remastered and Before Storm remastered are being remastered? That's what I'm personally thinking about, just because they clearly show interest in like the original Life is Strange game, which clearly says a lot that they probably want to maybe continue the first game and make an actual sequel. That's what I personally think is gonna happen. So I would love to hear your thoughts about this. I really don't know what they're gonna do with the Life is Strange franchise, but I gave my thoughts and opinions of like what they could do, and I would love to hear your guys' opinion if you guys are excited for the future of Life is Strange, or you're a little bit concerned about it. I honestly don't think it could be that bad. There's no way it can get any way worse from here, so I think it's personally going to be fine. I think people should definitely give Life is Strange True Colors a chance and just see how it does. Well, I'm just worried about like the story a little bit, but other than that, I think it's still going to be a great game. It looks like there's a bunch of great cast of characters, especially since they're going to be pretty much in the whole game. So that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, share, subscribe. It really helps out a lot. And yeah, I shall see you guys later in the next video. So, goodbye.